I've been a fan of the TEGRAS concept ever since I first came across them on YouTube in 2013. I had no idea just how wonderful this product would be.
TEGRAS technology is going to greatly change our whole industry. It's going to improve fire and safety, especially for mixed-use facilities.
The fact that some of these systems, your traditional methods, you can no longer use. Some of these locations have a lack of access. Some of these locations just been neglected for so long that the traditional method would have said replacement. You have to come in, you have to shut down, you have to replace. A lot of companies can't afford to do that.
We've been tackling some of the hard jobs. In the 19 years that I've been in this business, we quickly realized that our niche was taking on the stuff other people couldn't. We got into the TEGRAS concept equipment because of the fact that we wanted to bring some technology to our area and make sure that we were using the right equipment for the job.
We've been in the kitchen exhaust cleaning industry for 30+ years now. We deal with small systems, so large arenas, large hospitals, and everything in between.
Inaccessible is no longer acceptable. Traditional hood cleaning requires ladders. It requires a lot of danger because to clean it, you got to reach it. And so a lot of times you have to stand as high as you can on a ladder and physically place your body inside of the duct, and then you still can only reach what you can reach.
Sometimes you just can't get to an area. Long lateral sections where, you know, there's no place to safely access, there's other things there. The reason we got our multi-pro system, which is we have 98 feet of hose that we can run in with brushes, so it doesn't matter how long that is now, as long as we have one place to access from, we can clean that entire duct.
But now with the TEGRAS, we have an option and a way to get into these parts of the system, and it's going to allow us to take on more jobs that we would walk away from before. Just more opportunity overall.
This equipment makes it safer for technicians. It makes it possible to reach areas that weren't possible to reach before.
The longest and most difficult of which was a 100-foot duct restoration in a college dorm cafeteria. What made this particularly challenging was that the ductwork had been installed about 15 to 20 feet above the ceiling, and most of the ceiling was completely inaccessible. So what we needed to do was to remove a fluorescent light so that we could insert the multi-pro system to reach the ductwork. We sat on top of the ductwork and cut two 15 by 15 access panels on either end of the system. And when we first inserted the multi-pro head into the system, we thought that we had finally made our match, and this was quite a formidable system. We managed to get the system restored. We couldn't believe what it ended up looking like. It was like bare metal, and we were absolutely thrilled. When the water dried on the side of the ductwork, it looked like a mirror.
An electrical fire can start a grease fire somewhere else in the building, even to the rooftop with the exhaust fans themselves. So this system will change the whole nature of the kitchen exhaust cleaning industry, and it'll improve working conditions in commercial kitchens for everyone that's in there.
We're in the business of making sure that restaurants, buildings that might have tons of residential or other commercial units in there, that they're fire ready. What I mean by fire ready is nothing's ever fire safe, but we want to make sure in the event of a fire that it's ready to put out that fire and not spread throughout the entire building.
You will acquire new customers because some customers are turned down. There's a lot of areas, especially we are in the San Francisco Bay Area. A lot of our duct systems don't go through the inside of the buildings or right through the middle of the building. I think a great portion of the duct system in the San Francisco area, they're based out of the side of the building, they come out. A lot of people are just told, you can't do it, and those restaurants will build up so much over time. So this will allow us to bring those customers. And there were many times where we had to turn customers down because of the same reason. The risk versus reward, which just wasn't there. We were risking injuries from employees, even fatal injuries. So we chose to walk away from a lot of those jobs. Now you can approach it with this technology, you can approach those jobs and bring those customers on board now.
Having the TEGRAS equipment gave us the ability to get new customers, and it seems that it spreads around to like the word of mouth, and now we have people asking if we could get to a system that other companies said they couldn't get to these areas, and we are now getting calls to see if we can help them out.
With this equipment, everything is accessible. We can get it back to day one standards. This will improve the airflow in the kitchen. It'll improve the safety throughout the whole building, not just in the kitchen, but everywhere that grease duct runs, a fire can start.
When we go in there, we'll cut in an access panel, and there's grease hanging down 2-3 inches from the ceiling of there, or the top of the duct, and there's, you know, an inch of grease in the bottom. And I know that with our machines, we can get that done in that day. We prioritize life safety and make sure that all of our customers are getting cleaned, whether they can see it directly or not.
Omni has done a fantastic job supporting us as we implemented the product into our service offering. I'm very appreciative to them and to have them as a partner in kitchen exhaust cleaning for their innovative product offerings and also the incredible support that they give us with this TEGRAS system.